Alright, good afternoon everybody out there in YouTube land. So, I have a 2023 Hyundai Santa Cruz that is fastly approaching the 50K mark. Alright, and so that's probably where you really get into the expensive stuff. Now it is upcoming for service, and the algorithm of the dealer I use is probably recommending a lot of the stuff that I've already had done. I've already changed the brake bleed, the coolant flush. I had them done at a different location, and so that's been documented. And as I was going through the vehicle, I'm sort of checking. I know these tires look like they've seen better days. I mean, in all fairness, I have probably worked this thing a lot more than most people who own these have. Just checking the brake calipers. And you probably can't see it here, but it looks like it's still got some pad life left on it. Pads are about 10 millimeters thick. And again, you probably won't see it. You can kind of see where my finger is. Yep, I can definitely see some pads. I imagine they're probably going to try to get me for another alignment, because again, I've worked this thing a lot more than most people who own these have. It's not really somebody tows another vehicle with a fucking crossover of any kind. No matter how potent the drivetrain is. But this is the nature of the beast when you own a new vehicle. As part of it is the fucking the upkeep, which is a lot more expensive on these. Hell, than it was on my old truck. And my tracker, which is actually what I was towing on a U-Haul car hauler. I don't know what the upkeep of that was. I mean, I got a leaflet of what they do and all that stuff. You can kind of see. I got my Easy Pass. Got D-horns on the top. And not sure how well they actually work, but deer have not stood in the way of mine, so I'm guessing they're doing their job. But you can kind of clearly see it's, pardon the disheveled appearance, I got to make arrangements. But in some ways this has become more truck-like than my old truck, because, like I said, I can actually tow more with this thing than I could with my old truck. Make that make sense, right? And I definitely put it to the test. The tires are definitely looking a little old. And again, I'm not sure if that's, from them being chopped because I overworked this damn thing or whatever. But if they mention something about new tires, I'll see if they, can get me for, get the Falcon Wild Peaks, in the size. Again, we'll just have to see what happens. Anyhow, I'll talk to you.